Thanks for stopping by. Today we are making one of my favorite appetizers ever, grilled artichokes with a delicious whipped garlic spread called Toum. So using your Instant Pot, they're easy and oh, they are so delicious. Let's jump right in and get started. Okay, so this is a real simple recipe. We got 4 simple ingredients. We've got your artichokes, we've got chicken stock, lemons, which we've used with squeezed for another recipe. We're just really looking for the flavor. We don't need a ton of lemon juice out of there, so I'm using kind of the leftovers, and a couple cloves of garlic. And of course, our Instant Pot, which if you don't have one, you should, because otherwise you're missing out on a lot of great recipes, like our pressure cooker pulled pork or my chili recipe. So if you don't have an Instant Pot, you should invest in one. They're great tools to use. So the biggest ingredient with this recipe is time, because once we get everything into the pressure cooker, it's going to take about 10 minutes or so for it to get up to pressure. Then the artichokes are going to cook for 15 minutes, and then we're going to kind of let them come back down from pressure kind of on their own. So we're not going to release the pressure out of the Instant Pot. We're just going to kind of let it ease out on its own. Total time is about 20 minutes in the pressure cooker, and then about another 5 minutes on the grill, and you are good to go. First thing we have to do is carefully, without cutting ourselves, cut our artichokes in half. You can see I've trimmed up my bottoms of any loose leaves. Here's an extra loose leaf that we can get rid of. And a serrated knife works great for going through artichokes. Okay, we cut them in half just like that. Next we go to our Instant Pot. I've got 2 cups of chicken stock right into the pan. My 2 cloves of garlic. My lemons. So you can see I've got my rack inside my Instant Pot to lift my artichokes up out of the liquid. And then what I want to do is set them kind of on the sides, just around the perimeter of the pot. You can see we've got 4 halves going in here. There's room for another 2, so you could theoretically probably do 3 artichokes or 6 halves in the Instant Pot with the same amount of liquid and the same ingredients that we have here. Then you get your lid, close it down, set your Instant Pot for high pressure, 15 minutes, hit the start button, and now we just wait. Okay, so our 15-minute timer just went off on our pressure cooker, and I let it sit for about 5 minutes on its own. There's still going to be some residual pressure in here. I can feel the lid's still a little tight, so now we'll go ahead and let this go. When the pressure drops, you'll feel the lid start to loosen up. All right, there we go. Okay, don't put your face over there. It's going to be really hot. And now we want to get our artichoke halves out. Now they're a little soft. I would say they're not 100% cooked. They're probably about 75% cooked through. And we're going to finish them on the grill. Okay, we've got our artichokes out of the Instant Pot. Now the one thing we want to do is we want to get rid of this fuzzy material here in the center. We don't want that. That's not good eats. So all you need to do is take a spoon, and you can see it's just breaking loose from the artichoke. Now you don't want to dig too far in there because you don't want any of this good meat. You don't want to get rid of that. So it'll tell you, much like a lot of other foods, where it wants to break and when it's done. And push that off to the side. So there's that one. I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of these done, and then we're going to season these up for the grill. I've got them on their back, so we want to get the olive oil into all the grooves there of the artichoke, all the leaves. So give it a nice coating and get it right down in there. Just like that. Now we're going to do a little kosher salt. Fresh black pepper. And you can use any spices you want, but this is what I find kind of works the best. Little garlic powder. A little onion powder. And a very little touch of smoked paprika for that nice kind of smoky, spicy flavor. And that's all there is to it. Let's head out to the grill and finish these up. I don't know if you're like me, but I am not a fan of it getting dark as early as it does now. We're out here by the grill. The grill's getting hot. The lights are on, but it's only about 7:20 on a weekday here, and we're shooting this in Chattanooga, and it's dark already. Let me know in the comments down below, are you a fan of it getting dark as early as it's been getting dark? Because I'm not, that's for sure. Anyway, our grill's hot. I've got our artichokes. One thing, oh, you can see the fire popping up there. So what we want to do, get these guys face down in the grill on the hottest part of your grill. I've got my grill on about medium high. Well, you can hear that oil causing some flames. There we go. We're going to let these sit for a couple minutes. I'm going to close the door to build the heat back up, but want to sit for a couple minutes and get some grill marks on that front face. Okay, it's been about 3 minutes. We're going to open these up and check up on them. I could hear the flames kind of popping up. And let's see what we have. Oh, look at that. We got a great little char on those. You can see that right there. So now what we want to do is just flip these guys on their back. Just like that. I'm going to close the lid, and I'm just going to let them go on their backs for like a minute, minute and a half, just to make sure you warm them all the way through and get the back sides of those leaves a little bit charred. And then let's take these guys inside and let's eat. Today we're serving this with Victoria's Toum, which is a lemony, garlicky, fluffy Lebanese dipping sauce. And we'll put the link to the video right there because you have to make this. It is great with artichokes, with lamb, chicken, beef, pork, saffron rice, anything you want to have it with. So I'm going to dig right in. Oh, those are so good. The lemoniness of the artichoke, the spices that we put on there for grilling lend themselves really, really great to the garlic sauce. And it's so light and fluffy. You need to make these because they're super easy to make and they're delicious. So thanks for watching. We'll put a link to the full recipe and cooking instructions in the description down below. Be sure and like this video. It helps us out tremendously. And be sure and subscribe if you haven't, and hit that notification bell so you're notified every time we do a recipe like this and so many others. And until next time, happy eating.